Motherfuckers. It ain't over, motherfuckers.
What's up, Free? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is Tuesday, October 3rd, third day of October. It was a 3rd of October. Oh, yeah. So this stream today, I'm going to dedicate to my brother Trey. My brother Trey said, you need to do a post on these posts. And I was literally like, okay, I can. I mean, I can. I get it. But I really didn't want to do the post just based on any hate. You know, I didn't want it to be about any hate. You know, I wanted to have some fun with it. But I don't know why they do this to me. I don't know why they come at me like they come at me. All I do is put my content up, share my message, share what's inside of me, and then it just goes left. It just goes left. So for anybody that's checking out The Villager on Deck on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, I know Twitter still says Friedman Media. I forgot to change it last time I was up over there. But I'm gonna change it. You know, make sure you are sharing the video. I know nobody ever shares it. I really just say this stuff just to say it. But make sure you share the video, like the video, put it into your algorithms. And obviously subscribe to all the channels. We have had a good month so far. I mean, what could go wrong in the first 3 days, right? But yesterday, I chose to leave some content up on a couple pages, right? On a couple pages. And when I did so, it started somewhat of a stir. See, the one thing that I'm not going to do is I'm not going to allow the general disrespect to just come out of people's mouths or come out of their keyboards and not say anything. I know a lot of y'all don't say anything. I get it, you know. But for me, it's all about the message. And when I deliver a message, I want that message to either be accepted or denied. And when you deny it, I'm going to ask you why you're denying it. I'm never going to ask anybody why they accepted the message. If they accept the message, that means they understood it. But when you deny my message, I need to know why you're denying my message. And a lot of people got upset yesterday over a couple posts that I put up. And one of the posts was this. When I said, when have you ever seen so many people emotionally vested in a white coach's failure? Speaking on Deion Sanders. I mean, I know for a fact, and anybody with any common sense knows for a fact, that if Deion Sanders was indeed not black, there wouldn't be any of this going on right now. Not one bit. The hate, the vitriol, the outright sarcasm, just buffoonery, lampoonery that's going on with him at Colorado is crazy. And I understand why. They hate us because they ain't us. And I know people are going to say, oh, yeah, it's one of those things. No, we know what it is, bro. Everybody loved Deion when he was flying up and down the field, running around the bases, climbing the walls, catching home runs before they went over the fence, high five, and they love that Deion. But the fact that he's doing that same type of thing now as a coach, now as a controller of the sport versus just a participant of the sport, it's rubbing people the wrong way. I get it. I get it. I've heard it when players are just playing out there and they get to doing what you would call, I guess back in the day, hot dogging. You know, they say it's hot dogging when we do it. You know, I ain't heard nobody say nothing about Aiden Hutchinson doing the stanky leg. I ain't heard nobody say nothing about Aiden Hutchinson doing the Billie Jean kick. I ain't heard nothing from nobody about any white player who does anything. Who was the player that when he used to sack people, he used to knock the ball out of the park? You don't hear any of that. You only hear it when it comes to black players. And now you've got somebody who had that type of demeanor coming up professionally, and he's transcended it into the coaching ranks. They don't like it. They don't like it. I'm not here to sit it all on white folks, because I went against some Gutierrez yesterday. I went against some Hernandez yesterday. I went against some Lopez's yesterday. Oh, yeah. And I was the one being called a race baiter. How am I race baiting? I'm not race baiting. I'm just truth telling. And I know that most people don't talk like me. I get it. Y'all like them shoe shuffling motherfuckers who gonna cow down when y'all put a couple words together. No, I'm not him. So when I put this post up, this was a problem. Simultaneously, I put this post up, and they didn't like this either. This is the one that really caused a stir. This one actually even caused a stir with some coloreds out here. Prime brought 86 new players, mostly black, to Boulder, which is 1% in black population, since he took the job, and not one police report has surfaced. And you know they looking. The Prime effect. Let me read it again before I minimize it. Prime brought 86 new players, mostly black, to Boulder, 1% black population in Boulder, as we know it, since he took the job, and not one police report has surfaced. And you know they looking. The Prime effect. Now, when I put that post up, I expected the whole race baiting thing because I put black in the post. I put black in the post twice. So I must have just been a double negative. But you know what happens when you got a double negative? It turns into a positive. For all you remedial GED having motherfuckers out there, 2 negatives turn into a positive. But not really. Because I had 2 negatives, and then 2 more negatives, and then 2 more negatives, and it never got positive. All the way till about 4 o'clock this morning. I think it was 4:07. It took them all day for people calling me out, calling me nasty names, calling me race baiter, this, that, and the other, where they finally removed the post from one of the pages. So some things must have got said where I didn't have anything to do with it. They was cutting the comments down because I wasn't answering everybody's response. There was other people like digging in and going at it. I wasn't answering every response. I answered a few of them, but I couldn't answer every response. I couldn't be there. Hell, I ended up doing a space yesterday that was 3 hours long. I didn't have time to be answering them clowns. But the thing was, I knew they were going to get upset when I said this. But what I wanted to know was, why did they get upset? So now they're saying, oh, that's not a real flex. Black people not committing crime. That's not a real flex. I didn't say nothing about black people not committing crime. We already know you don't need the police to show up just for black people to commit crimes. Police just show up sometimes and just kill black folks, and no crime has been committed. How about that? How about all the cases where police have shown up and black people ain't committed no crimes, but they still die, or they still get arrested, or they still get beat? I didn't say nothing about no crime. I said not one police report has surfaced. See, that's where people need to stop reading and start reading. See, y'all think y'all reading, but I really need you to read. And I get it. Some of y'all got them GEDs and, them good enough diplomas. When you got them good enough diplomas, that's the way you gonna read. I get it. Ain't nothing like a good enough diploma. Good enough to be dumb. Good enough to stay hourly. Good enough to get cussed the fuck out on Facebook when you say some goofy shit on my post. And all my thing was I wanted to make note of how good Prime's got his players. All the players ain't black. And we know in most of these PWIs, it's most white kids that be getting into trouble. I'm right here, right where Ann Arbor, Michigan is, right where the University of Michigan is. Oh, man, we always got white players getting in trouble on University of Michigan's campus. Back in the day, that was just a common thing. You couldn't go through a week without a white player getting into trouble. And most black players didn't get in trouble because they already knew they wasn't trying to go back to the hood. They liked it here in Ann Arbor. They liked all the stuff that they got here on their way to the NBA or NFL or wherever they was going to go. They liked it. They appreciated it. Now, you'd have some goofy ones every now and then that would fuck up a little bit, but for the most part, you never really heard too much from the black players. They pretty much stayed to themselves, dealt with they folks, played their games, either whether it be on Saturday or if there was a hooper, played their games through the week and on the weekends. You never really saw them in the paint like that. But it was the white players. Yeah. That's the ones who really be causing havoc over here. That's the ones who all be up in the fracas, having a melee. Yeah. So Prime bringing a team together, 86 new players, 75% of them black. To not have any issues in Boulder, that's a signal of the man in leadership. He probably letting them know this is an opportunity of a lifetime for both of us, son. You can be great here in Boulder, but I need you to be on your P's and Q's. Because if you're not, I'll send your ass home. We flew you here, but we'll send you back by bus. Absolutely. He gets that straight. He gets that straight with players. Also, a lot of those players have finally gotten what many of them never had before, a strong male figure in their life. They appreciate Deion. They appreciate what he does for them. They appreciate putting them in that space that's going to be able to allow them to excel academically and athletically. But see, nobody read all that in the post. They just saw black and police report. That's all they saw. 1% black population. That's all they saw. So they wanted to try to run me. They wanted to try to run me. You not gonna run me. Don't nobody run me. Y'all have tried before. Just like I got on that space yesterday and I talked on that Twitter space recap. When them young motherfuckers from Detroit or wherever the fuck they was from tried to run me off at 4 o'clock in the morning, can't nobody run me off no app. Y'all don't have the depth to run me anywhere. You don't have the balls to go there with me. I don't care what situation I'm in. If this microphone is on, my nuts are dragging on the floor because I know I'm better than most. Oh, I'll bow down to some people because there's some good ass broadcasters out there. There's some good podcasters out there. There's some good broadcasters out there. There's some people who are masters on the mic. But ain't too many people fucking with me out here. And y'all can call my shit a struggle stream. Y'all can call it whatever. My shit's clear. I sound good out here. Yeah, I sound good out here. Yeah. I got my shit going. And then, when I fuck with it when I need to. I got sound effects. You want a drum shot? Yeah, you want some drums? I can do all that shit. But I don't really need that. I don't really need that. What I need is this to be on, me to be focused, and I'm better than most. What up, brother Ibrahim? You know it. The trip home is always cheaper. The trip home is always cheaper. It might be cheaper to keep her, but you know what? If your ass gonna cost possibly Prime his job and all them other coaches their job, trust me, your ass is up out of here by morning. You not gonna come to Boulder, Colorado fucking up. Deion just went from $300,000 a year to $500,000 a game. Plus. Renewed his relationship with Phil Knight, as you saw. Nike about to be all up in Boulder. They about to break Deion off a bag, about to break Shador off a bag, about to break Shiloh off a bag. And every other sports program at CU. You think he gonna let you mess that up? Black, white, Puerto Rican, ain't nobody gonna be freaking in Boulder. You needs to understand that. So when I put this kind of shit up, you better understands me. I don't mean it to be black, blackity, black. I mean it to be logical. Prime's got a hold of his program. And when he loses control of a player, trust me, that player is going home. He ain't gonna let that player marinate. Players probably starting with 2 strikes in Boulder. They starting with 2 strikes. You want to fuck up? We getting you to fuck up out of here. He had the kid Travis Hunter come in, the number one defensive back in his year. He had the next number one defensive back come in. His ass been riding the oak till last week. Deion ain't scared to sit players. He don't care what number you were in high school. Your ass will fall on the depth chart. If you can't come to class, you can't come to practice, you can't be in the film sessions, he will sit you. Shit. That's the problem out here. Everybody's expectations is one thing, but the reality is another thing. So when I broke that out, I put them posts up. Man, I caught all kind of hell yesterday. And like I said, I know it was mostly on this post from white folks. But when I caught it from black folks, I'm like, damn, why y'all trying to act like y'all don't know what this is about? Why y'all trying to act like y'all ain't had 12 just roll down on you for no reason? 12 has rolled down on me and my friends, all types of people in my lifetime. And you got to just know how to deal with 12. When 12 shows up, you show out. You don't act stupid. You don't give them a reason to snap that button on their holster. I'm going to make you feel most comfortable, officer. Don't mean I'm going to be all up in your shit talking about, yes, sir, no, sir. I need to know why we even talking, because if I ain't broke no laws, why are we even breaking bread, bro? But when I had all the black folks coming at me, I'm like, damn. He must be first generation. Maybe he's first generation. And I didn't really understand it. When I couldn't get some people right, I would just try to explain to them, you know, when a new coach comes in, he's got to come in with a little fervor. You know, he got to change the direction of things. Like I had to set somebody straight today because one of the pages, it's funny, one of the pages actually took my post off where the other page kept them up. I don't know why. Maybe the commentary is just different because the one page is specifically about college football and the other page is about all sports in general. So what happened was that page, I didn't get as greasy a comments as I did on the college football page. Now those guys would think that they're fanatics. They think that they're real college football fanatics. No, they're race soldiers. That's what they are. They're race soldiers. And when anybody says that I'm race baiting, why would I want to race bait you? I've got enough problems in my life. I don't need to race bait anybody. You do well by yourself. And the thing was, when I put this one up, I asked, when has anybody been so emotionally vested in a white coach's failure? I've never seen. I mean, there's tons of coaches that we don't like. We don't like them just because they're assholes. Let's just talk about it. Let's talk about it. We don't like coaches because they're assholes. That's their personality. What about Deion's personality can you not like? Please don't say it's because he's braggadocious. Please don't say because he's arrogant, he's cocky. Deion been that since day one. Go back and look at some of Deion's high school footage. Go back and look at Deion's college footage. Go back and look at professional football footage. Go back and look at Deion's professional baseball footage. Go back and look at Deion when he was coaching. Go back and look at Deion when he's been parenting. Deion's always been this. So now y'all want to get upset? Now y'all want to get upset? That's all fake shit. That's fake. Like I said, they love when you're running and jumping. Run, nigga, run. Run, nigga, run. But now you got a whistle around your neck. Now you got things popping. Oh, now we need you to shut up and grab a clipboard. Just shut up and coach. That's not even his style. That's not even his style. Deion is an architect. He's going to put the best coaches that he can around him because he's not the best coach. He's an architect. He's an artist. He's a facilitator. If he was just an X and O's guy, you probably wouldn't hear much about him. He'd be more analytical and he'd be less boisterous. But that's not the case here. The case is he's Deion Primetime Sanders. And they don't like that. because he done took prime time and washed it into coach prime, and they don't like that. People are literally waiting for him to lose games. Who sits around and waits for a coach to lose games? And now that he's 3-2, he was 3-0. Now that he's 3-2, after playing two of the top teams in the country, two of the top quarterbacks in the country, now he ain't a coach no more. See, honeymoon's over. Fairy tale's over. Like, who raised you motherfuckers? It's his first 5 games. And now he's all washed up. Now it's time to go. You're out of here, buddy. You're out of here. But they never say that about any other coach. And it's because Deion came in on a private jet. He came in with his Louis bags. How do I know this? He told you. He told you. I'm bringing my Louis bags. You saw him when he got off the private plane. They don't like that. We shouldn't see that part of the equation. You know what happens when Michigan hired their football coaches? They brought them in on the private plane. Oh, yes. You know what happened when they got here off the private plane? They got into a super stretch limo. Oh, yes. But you didn't hear nobody talking about it. Why? Because there were no cameras. Why? Because nobody gave a shit. Why? Didn't matter. It shouldn't matter now, but you're in the midst of social media, and everybody loves Deion until they don't. Just like these posts. Everybody loves being, as long as I'm just commenting back and forth, just being, but when I say, oh, let's think about this. Let's think about that. Let's think about those. Then you had a problem. Why you got a problem? What the problem is? You don't like the fact that he was able to pull 86 new players together, mostly black, 75%. That's mostly black. That's 3 out of 4. Every 3 out of 4 players is black. Going to Boulder, Colorado, well, where 1 out of 100 people are black. You line 100 people up and only one of them going to be black. And since he's took the job, ain't nobody got in trouble with the police. False accusations, real charges, real arrests, nothing. All I'm hearing about is some parking tickets. That's it. They only don't like it when it's not them. They don't like it when it's not them. And I get that. And I totally get that. What'd you say, Brother Ibrahim? Part of the reason is the way NCAA football is set up. The season can come down to one game like a boxing match. One loss knocks you out of the tournament, and many view you irrelevant. This is it. Yeah, you're right. This is the NCAA football structural problem. It's true. The emphasis has been put so much on winning every game, which ain't nobody gonna win every game. Hell, if everybody could win every game, then the playoff wouldn't be, what is it, 16 teams, 12 teams, whatever it is? No. If everybody could win every game, the playoff would be like, 100 teams. But you're not going to have that. And Deion wasn't expected to win every game this year. But because he came in sounding like it, because he came in looking like it, they want to try to hold him to a different standard than they hold other people to. I broke somebody's ass down earlier. Because what he wanted to try to talk about was, Prime coming in and all the stuff that he's doing now. Now look at him. He's 3-2. Okay, so what? And he's like, see how the Colorado fans like it when they go to the Honolulu Bowl or some crazy shit. I'm like, okay. I let him get it all out. I let him get it all out his mouth. And once he got it out his mouth, I was like, okay, here you go. Take this with you. Boy. I don't think they liked it yesterday, too. I called a couple of people boy. I don't think they like that either. I said, take this with you. Here you go. The last 23 years, this whole century, you hear me? This whole century, Colorado's been to 7 bowl games. 7 bowl games. Okay? They've been to 7 bowl games the whole century, 23 years. 3 of those bowl games were the Alamo Bowl. 2 of those Alamo Bowls were the last 2 bowl games that they've been to, 2020 and 2016, respectively. Now, this is all off the dome. This is why I'm better than most. This is all off the dome. In 2016, they were 10-3. Good team, good year. Still got mopped the fuck up in the bowl game. The Alamo Bowl. The Alamo Bowl. Did they clown that coach? Did you ever hear about anybody clowning that coach? Nah. You didn't hear anything about clowning that coach. In 2020, during the COVID-riddled season, shortened season, they went 4-1. 4-1. 4-1. You hear me? 4-1. They went to Alamo Bowl. Got they asses whipped. 2 Alamo Bowls, 2 losses over a 4-year period. You hear any ripples out of Boulder then? You hear any ripples on social media then about Colorado football? No, because nobody cared then. No. And then the crazy thing was, 2020, the coach was black. How many of y'all knew that? How many of y'all knew that the coach was black in 2020? Yeah, go look it up. I know y'all like to look it up. Go look it up, motherfuckers. Yeah, the coach was black. And I gave him all that. I gave him that 2-piece early in the morning, before my Frosted Flakes, before my first cup of coffee. I gave it all to him. Take this. Gave it all to him. To the face. Because they like to talk that greasy shit, but they don't understand. I'm Mr. Crisco, motherfucker. Got grease? So, actually, I don't use Crisco no more. I use olive oil. But the way it is, virgin olive oil, just to let you know. The way it is, when people come at me, I'm going to come back. When they go low, my name is Lucifer. Now, welcome to the jungle. Welcome to hell. That's where we going with this. What you say, John Henry? Nah. I need some light-skin talk. I come here for the light-skinned info. Okay. Okay. That's why I had this ready. I brought up the Mac. I brought up the Mac today. Yeah. The great late Max Julian. That's how I be looking. That's how I be looking when people be in their feelings over the shit I post. I just be looking at them sadly. Just sadly. Yeah. They get upset, boy. They get in their feelings, boy. They get in their feelings. That's okay. It's all good. I'm here for it. I'm built for it. That's where I am, Brother Ibrahim. They done took me to a whole nother slate. You know what I'm saying? And then I just be at the end of the day, I just be like, what up? What up? Where y'all at, man? Y'all see I got the maize and blue straight game on. Because see, as much as I love Prime, I'm still maize and blue, baby. And if I got the straight game on, you know where I'm at. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go, blue. Yay. So I don't give a fuck about anything that anybody's talking about up in here. I run this. This little punk ass bitch. Look at this little punk ass bitch. He back. He got a new name on Facebook now. He back. Now his name is Larry Marshall. He gonna jump on my post. It was one of the posts that I put up yesterday, but he didn't even go into the college football pages. He actually got on my personal post. This post is fucking stupid. So I said, get off my fucking post then. Then you won't have it affect you so negatively. We're not even Facebook friends. Where the fuck did you come from? I mean, after the barnyard birthing. Came here to watch your illiterate, hating ass cry about some bullshit. I already know who it is. It ain't nobody but Walter Bott. Everybody know Walter Bott. The people that actually from Ann Arbor probably know Walter Bott. It ain't nobody but his fat ass. You know, he butthurt still because, you know, he couldn't troll me with the other name he was using. Now here he go. Now I had to put his ass on blast on the stream. This post is fucking stupid. I'm like, how did he come on my post? Why would he be over here? Go in one of the pages and shit. Why would you come over in my post? This is my domain. Just like I had to get in a motherfucker's ass, I had to get straight in a motherfucker's ass yesterday because a motherfucker said something about my grandkids. Nah, bitch, we don't play that. I don't talk about nobody's kids. I don't talk about nobody's spouses. This is amongst men. A couple women even got on the post. I ignored them. I ignored the women in the post. Yeah, I was a misogynist. Yeah, I was a chauvinist. Yeah, I was sexist. I'm not arguing with no women on no fucking sports page. Unless they want to talk about the shit. They want to talk greasy and try to be catty. No, you're not going to be that with me. Because I know what you're going to do. You're going to do the white girl shuffle. Oh, he's attacking me. He's attacking me. Oh, no. Facebook is attacking me. No, you ain't going to get me like that. Nah, sis. Keep it moving, Julie. Keep it moving. Get out of here. Forget about it. Nah. Yeah. Walk back, dog. Walk back. Now he's coming up under the Larry Marshall handle. I don't know why he won't leave me alone. He need to go figure it out, man. He need to go find him another girlfriend or boyfriend, or I think it's boyfriends now. I think he done flipped all the way over. He need to just go, just get on down to the Gay Blade at happy hour and get happy, dog. Get happy. Go on down to the Gay Blade. Village people, motherfucker. He just fucking around with the wrong dude, man. I don't play that shit. And he came on my post, on my personal post, not on the Villager on Deck post, on my personal post. I'm not going to start restricting shit on my personal post. I'll restrict pictures like of my grandkids and shit like that. But I'm not going to restrict pictures. I'm not going to restrict my post. He purposely came here to fuck with me. Okay. Okay, Cletus. Like I said, you come here fucking with me, we going to hell with it. So, where we at? 38 minutes in this piece. Hopefully y'all checked out that. I know y'all didn't check it out yesterday because only about 12 views on that motherfucker. I did a recap of a Twitter space that I was a part of, dynamic Twitter space. Okay. Now, I'm not just saying it's dynamic because I was a part of it. It was dynamic because it was a great build. You know what I'm saying? It was a great build. So the people that was a part of that space, I wanted to definitely salute, once again, my brother, DJ Sejuan, the young lady. Let me go and look at the thing real quick. I forgot what her name was. Hold on one second. One Black, I think was her name. Rella. That's her name. Rella. And then No Taxation. So it was a great space, and it was Sister Antonia came through and dropped the info. That was a beautiful thing. I was glad she did that. Then I was able to break bread with her on the back channel to really find out the steez. So I'm up on everything now. So if anything else moves out here, I'll at least be close to being in with the intel. But everybody else, I don't know what y'all doing out here. I'm trying to build. Okay. And as I said in that space, on that space, and did that recap, I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build with who's trying to build with me. If you're not trying to build with me, then get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face. Because I don't need to build with you. It's my desire. But once I see that you on some goofy shit, it's my desire to get you the fuck out of my face. Respect begets respect. Disrespect begets you the fuck out of my face. How's that? So that's where I'm at with it. We're all in, okay? We're all in. Let me explain this to some people. I know some people didn't like this. Some people didn't like this. Dianne Feinstein, she done expired, okay? When she about 90, she was 90, she expired, she gone. She gone now, right? She gone. A lot of people didn't like the way I put that up there. I didn't say she was deleted because she went on natural causes. She went on natural causes. She just stopped breathing. You know, like my pops used to say. I'm like, how'd she die? She stopped breathing. That's it. She gone now. I used to ask him that all the time. Hey, how'd she die? She stopped breathing. How he die? He stopped breathing. That was it. That's all you need. You don't need no story about how a motherfucker stopped breathing. I just walked away. Oh, okay. and sometimes people be around and be like, hey, how'd they die? Stop breathing. And that's pretty much how you die. That's about as succinct as you're going to get. That's about as succinct as you're going to get. So I said she expired and didn't put nothing else. No RIP, no RIH. I don't know where she going. It don't even matter. But the main reason that I had no feelings for her passing was because of this. And I don't know if many people remember this. Brother Ibrahim probably remembers this if he's still up in here. Yeah. Remember this? Dianne Feinstein on reparations. I understand why. I also understand the wound that opens and the trials and tribulations it's going to bring about. Some things are just better left alone, and I think that's one of those things, she said. Wow. So what if I said that shit to Holocaust survivors? Dianne. What if I said that shit to Trail of Tears survivors? Dianne. What if I said that shit to Irish folks that were indentured servants? Dianne. What if I said that shit? That's a problem, right? That's a real fucking problem. But see, I don't give a fuck about your feelings of it. That's why I try to tell black folks, if we're going to be in here together, we're going to be in here together. If we're not, then stand back. Y'all keep singing, I'm going to start swinging. She absolutely understands it, Brother Ibrahim. She absolutely understands it. I know this is going to cause a stir. And since it's going to cause a stir, let's not stir it. Fuck you. Holocaust survivors are still getting paid to this day, and the detriment didn't even happen on this soil. Eat a dick. Anybody got problems with that? I don't give a fuck. I got American Jewish friends that I could text right now, send them this picture right now. What's your thoughts on this shit? You still you feel the same way she feels? I can delete you from my phone right now too. Nah, because they don't. Because anybody I'm fucking with that's an American Jewish person, they already know where I'm at, and I know where they at. Or we wouldn't be fucking around, and they wouldn't be in my phone. Shit. Nah, she ain't ignorant. She's stupid. She's stupid. Ignorance is when you don't know no better. She knew better. As a Holocaust survivor, she knew better. I need the big spoon, Nicole. I need the big spoon. If we stirring, give me the big spoon. Not one of them spoons with the vents in it either. I need the big wooden spoon. Remember them the big wooden spoon and the big wooden knife and the big wooden fork your mama and your grandmama had on the wall? I need that big spoon. Give me that big spoon. We got to stir some shit up. The fuck Dianne talking about? I couldn't even believe that she said the shit when she said the shit. Some things are just better left unsaid. See? Now I gotta have PTSD. Now I gotta have PTSD. When I come in the house and I see that nail, I'm like, look, wait a minute. why we got 2/3 of the cutlery up on the wall? why we got to have 2/3 of the cutlery? I mean, you know, if you was only at 66% with the cutlery, you had to know. You had to know it was going to be some problems. Yeah. That you don't want them odds. You don't want them odds. If you got 2 out of 3, you don't need that drama. Those are not good odds. That'd be great for a baseball player to be 333. You can go to the Hall of Fame being 333. But boy, I need to be 100% of that cutlery up on the wall. Because if that fork is gone, that knife is gone, or that spoon is gone, you know somebody getting their ass whooped. And I pretty much always knew it was me. You already know. You already know, Free. Yeah, she should have unsaid that. Yeah, absolutely. She should have unsaid that. But it's okay, because now she's unalive. So it don't matter no more. Robert Jones, what's good with you, bro? All the villagers in tow today. Appreciate y'all. So yeah, that's why I was so callous in my Feinstein expires, because I'm generally pretty respectful. Even if it's somebody that I didn't generally like, I'm still going to give you a RIP. I'm still going to give you a RIH, you know? But when somebody goes against the collective like this, and she was a person of power. She was a person of power. Yeah, but now she gone. And boy, California just did something. They done stirred the pot again. They done stirred the pot again. I guess the person who used to run Kamala's presidential campaign before it failed miserably is taking over from Dianne Feinstein. And yeah, she's a part of the LGBTQIAP. So they checked a couple boxes. They got a woman, got a woman back in there. They gonna say she black, but she's Haitian. She's the same thing as Corinne Jean-Pierre. Got it? And she's gay. So they checked 3 boxes. So the Democrats is winning out here with their box checking. Now, other people thought that Barbara Lee would have got that seat. And I'm going to dig a little bit into that and find out how Barbara Lee didn't get the seat. But yeah, that's who took over, or that's who's taken over for Dianne Feinstein. Kamala's ex-campaign manager. It's going to be nuts out here for the Democrats. RFK just went to the independent side. You got Cornell on the independent side. Joe's losing Dems by the day. And Donald Trump sitting in court. Boy, this presidential race is cooking. I tell you. I'm going to be talking about Tim Scott later. Oh, yeah. We got to talk about Tim Scott. Tim Scott said that welfare was worse than slavery. Oh, yeah. He said bridge cards was worse than getting your ass beat 24 hours a day. Yeah. We got to talk about that for 246 years. I'm sorry. I can't leave that part out. We didn't just get our ass beat. We got our ass beat for 246 years. We worked for 246 years for free. Built this country for free. Acquired no wealth for 246 years. Had no equity in our duties after 246 years. Okay, you free. Y'all can go now. And Tim Scott said, nah, welfare has been worse for black people than slavery. You gotta love the shit. Tim Scott pretty much quit the race right there. He pretty much quit the race right there. Oh yeah, he quit the race. Oh yeah, he quit. Even white people ain't gonna ride with that one. White people ain't gonna ride with that one. I mean, he had me just sitting up there like, come on, dog, what's going on? What up, Tim? Welfare is worse than slavery? Wow. You say some of my older family members are finally realizing voting blue, no matter who, ain't cutting it no more. It's about time. It's about time. I feel like Morris Day in here. What time is it? What time is it? It's got to happen. The Democrats, they showing their ass so much to black folks at this point. They really think what they doing is helping their case with black folks. I heard Kamala showed up on an HBCU campus to talk about abortions. with Fat Joe. How is that helping? How is that helping black kids? Young voters coming into the fold. So you come to talk about abortion with Fat Joe. She got Fat Joe because of the 50th anniversary of hip hop that they're celebrating, that she's still celebrating. She's still, doing her little dance. She doing all her little dances and shit. So she brings Fat Joe out in Florida. She brought Fat Joe to Florida. Now, you got all them Southern rappers down there in Florida. You got all them Southern rappers down there in Georgia. She brings Fat Joe to talk to some kids in Florida. I tell you, this shit is crazy. They just showing they disrespect for black folks in so many different levels. But that's okay. It's going to be a rude awakening. It's going to be a rude awakening for Joe. I'm telling you. The vibrant thing. The vibrant thing. Ooh, ooh, party over here. Some of the craziest shit, y'all. It's some of the craziest shit that we'll ever see. Every time I see her dancing, I just be like, I'm like, why is she dancing like that? Why is she dancing at all? Why can't she just go away? She started dancing. So, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I started with a new track today. And supposedly that's supposed to be royalty free. So, hopefully that flies over and I don't get in trouble with that track. I've been getting in trouble with these tracks. My track is supposed to be royalty free, but they keep hitting it. I did it one day where that's the only non-me thing I put in the stream, and it still knocked me for it. Said it's not a royalty free track. I don't know exactly what that is. We ain't here free. We in here doing our thing. So, whatever's popping with that track, I'm not going to use it as much no more. So I'm going to make sure that I get that track cleared. I guess I got to get my intro tracks cleared. Fucking royalty, no royalty free or royalty free track, sorry. And it ain't got no words in it. Like, who am I upsetting with this? I really don't understand. But it is what it is. So but yeah, definitely check out. I added them already. I think I got to do another one, but definitely check out those Twitter spaces I got on YouTube. I did the recaps. This one is about the county. I'm getting pretty good with these little graphics and stuff. So this one is the county. And, I was talking about my county, when a dude tried to come at me from Wayne County, I'm in Washington County. He's actually in Detroit. I'm repping Washington County, Ann Arbor, whatever. And he's in Detroit and he wants to talk to me about ain't no black people in Washington County. I'm like, motherfucker, there's 44,000 people here. What are you talking about? There's 44,000 people here and I'm from here. So why wouldn't I rep here? Why would I come to Detroit and help you row your boat when I'm sitting in a boat over here in Washington County? And y'all don't even know which way y'all rowing in Detroit. I tried to get him right, but he didn't want to listen. But that's okay, because most of them don't want to listen. They like that over there. They like to talk, but they don't like to listen. I like to talk, but I love to listen. That's why I'm so good when I do talk, because I've listened. Yeah, and I can read. I ain't no criminal. I can't read, bitch. That's this guy right here. That's a line from that movie. I ain't no criminal. I can't read, bitch. Actually, I am a criminal, I guess. I don't know. I don't need any of your stuff today. So, yes, that boat is sinking. The dim boats is singing. So, yeah, check that one out. And then I did a nice one here. I got checked. Oh, yeah, I got checked into space. I loved it, too. I love the fact that she was able to step up. Rella got a little upset. She felt like I was calling her out and calling other sisters out. So I got checked into space. But she put me in my place, and then I put her in her place, and then we walked to another place. That's going to happen when you got that masculine energy and you got that feminine energy and it collides. You know what I'm saying? When you got that masculine energy and that feminine energy and it collides, that's beautiful shit happens. And it was beautiful. So you got to check out those two spaces. I broke them down. You ain't got to listen to the whole 3-hour joint. Most people ain't going to listen to the whole 3-hour joint. It's worth it. Don't get me wrong. It's worth it. It's worth it like a motherfucker. But yeah, she checked me. She checked me free. I'm telling you, I'm humble too. I'm humble because I love the fact that she was she was woman enough to do it. And then I had to check her back. You know, she had something really strong to say, and she came at me as a woman. That's a beautiful thing. She didn't try to get all over masculine with it. She didn't try to Morgan size her commentary, because I don't go for that. And I talked about Morgan in that space, in that particular stream. Oh yeah. See, I don't have no secrets out here. I fucks with the real. That's why a lot of times I'm just looking in the mirror so I can fucks with myself. And then I got another one. We talked a little bit about Dr. Darity. Yep. We talked a little bit about Dr. Darity, you know, because people got it wrong. People had it wrong, and they still making it wrong with Dr. Darity. He gonna fuck around and stop fucking with y'all. Dr. Darity gonna be like, you know what? I'm done fucking with them. I'm just gonna keep writing these books, keep doing my thing, keep counting over here. He's an economist. He's a master counter. Why y'all trying to put a beret on him and a leather jacket? He's not a Black Panther. Leave him alone. Dr. Darity wears a London fog. Okay? Leave him alone. Okay? He's a scholar. Okay? But no, all y'all want, how come he don't be out here marching with us? Because he's in a limo. How about that? He'll meet you at the spot. Dummy. So it is what it is. So yeah, you know, I think I done pretty much got everything I needed to say up here. I don't need to belabor the time. I figured I'd come in here and hit you real quick with something real quick, because I got a meeting in a couple hours, so I really need to kind of mellow down. I need to come down with it a little bit. So I just wanted to come in here and talk about these situations, because these were some situations yesterday. They didn't like it. Boy, they didn't like it. Hey, you got to forget that. Or you can't forget that. Yeah, Dr. Darity, he ain't no spring chicken. You know, he ain't no spring chicken. He's still clucking. Thanks, Sister Nicole. I appreciate you. I just been here doing my thing, you know. I wish I had my intro track set the right way so I could have really made it pop. But what I did was I didn't have it downloaded. By my next stream, I'm gonna have that track downloaded. I'm gonna make sure that I download the track. But you know, I'm about to get up out of here. But yeah, this one right here is got him going crazy. You know, what was that song? Juicy got him crazy. This track here had him crazy. And this is the one they really didn't like. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is the one that I really got in trouble with. Because they were like, oh yeah, oh man, it's supposed to be a police report? That's not a flex. Black people not getting arrested is not a flex. Who says it's a flex? Who says anything about getting arrested? Black people are just harassed by the police, accosted by the police, brutalized by the police, beaten by the police. Hell, we've had even situations of rape by the police. Then they jail us. Then they kill us. Ain't no police reports there. The police report said Sandra Bland killed herself. How many of y'all really think Sandra Bland killed herself? Really? Especially when they did the mug shot when she was laying on the floor and they plucked her eyes open. Sandra was already dead when they took that picture. Say cheese. Say cheese. Don't fuck with me. And I won't fuck with you. Y'all be good. Free, you be better. Brother Ibrahim, John Henry, Robert Jones, Sister Nicole, Kai Stone. Appreciate y'all today. We out. I'm gonna run these comments before I get done because I love it. Y'all know. She absolutely did not kill herself. We know better. Appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe out here. And for the ones who I've been talking to, y'all just remember, we black. So be doubly safe. One love.